There are these invisible giants out there, totally reshaping our financial world. And no, I'm not talking about the old school banks. I'm talking about the tech companies we use every single day. They're quietly and very quickly becoming the new titans of finance. So let's just start with a number to put this in perspective. 1.7 billion. Back in 2019, that was the combined user base for just two companies in China, Alipay and WeChat Pay. I mean, think about that. It's a real-time window into the financial lives of over 1 billion people. Just incredible. Or how about this one? In Kenya, in 2018, the total value of all the transactions zipping around on M-Pesa, their mobile money service, was equal to almost half of the country's entire GDP. That's just staggering. And one more for you, 220%. That was Amazon's profit increase in just the first quarter of 2021. The pandemic wasn't just a boost for them. It was like pouring gasoline on an already raging fire, supercharging their dominance in basically everything, including finance. Okay, so these aren't just random, crazy numbers. They really pull back the curtain on the immense power of this new breed of company that we're calling Big Fintech. So, what exactly are they? Well, to put it simply, they're the tech companies you already know and probably use every day. Amazon, Google, Ant Group, and they are moving very aggressively into financial services. They're using their two biggest weapons, their massive, massive user bases, and the literal oceans of data that come with them. And, with that kind of immense power comes incredible opportunity, but also some really significant risks. It's a classic double-edged sword. So on the one hand, the promise is huge. We're talking about bringing over 1 billion people into the formal financial system for the first time. It can empower women with safe ways to save money and offer small businesses loans with no collateral. I mean, look at Ant Group's 310 model. You apply in 3 minutes, you get an answer in 1 second with 0 humans involved. That's a game changer. But, and this is a big but, the negative side is just as profound. The risks are everywhere. You've got data privacy issues, algorithms with hidden biases that can actually make inequality worse, and the whole gig economy model that can really undermine what we think of as decent work. And they can even eat away at a country's tax base, which hurts funding for essential public services. And here's something that's really worrying. It's this kind of corporate tunnel vision. A company can make its own core operations look fantastic, really positive, but at the same time, it can completely ignore major human rights or environmental problems happening way down in its massive global supply chain. It's a way of looking good on paper, while the real story is much more complicated. So you can probably see the problem here, right? This creates a massive challenge for regulators. We're basically trying to play a brand new, super fast global game using a rulebook that was written for a totally different era. Right now, the way we make rules is completely fragmented. You've got different rules for finance, for telecom, for data, and different rules for every single country. It's like trying to catch a river with a fishing net. These global companies are designed to just slip right through the cracks, and sometimes they even partner with old school banks just to get around tougher regulations. Okay, so the old way isn't working. It means we need a whole new toolkit. We can't just keep patching up the old system. So let's dive into 3 really innovative ideas that are being tested right now to try and govern these new titans. All right, idea number 1. It's probably the simplest. It's self-regulation. Basically, we just let the industry police itself. But, the million-dollar question is, does that actually work?
So the upside is that it can be a lot faster and more flexible, and it uses the industry's own expertise. But the downsides, well, they're pretty big. You've got this massive inherent conflict of interest. It's kind of like asking the fox to guard the henhouse, right? And there's always the risk they'll just hide the problems instead of actually solving them.
So if self-regulation is too risky, what's next? Well, there's a more collaborative approach called a regulatory sandbox, and you can think of it exactly like that, a safe playground for financial innovation where companies can test new things without breaking the real world. Here's how it works. A company comes to the regulator with a new idea. They get to test it with real people, but in a very controlled way. The regulator is watching the whole time, making sure all the safeguards are in place. And if it works, and it's safe, then it gets the green light to go big. This is actually how cool innovations like drone deliveries or AI financial advisors are being explored safely. Okay, but those first two ideas still operate within the same basic corporate framework. So that brings us to a third and a much more radical idea. What if instead of just changing the rules of the game, we changed the players themselves? What if the companies were owned and controlled by the very people they're supposed to be serving? And this is where the cooperative model comes in. It's a fundamentally different kind of company. Co-ops are democratic, one member, one vote. Their main goal isn't to maximize profit for some distant shareholder. It's to serve the needs of their members and to reinvest right back into the local community. And if you're thinking this is just some small-time niche idea, you've got to think again. In Europe, cooperatives are absolute economic powerhouses. They've got a 50% market share in French agriculture and banking and 36% in Finnish retail. So this model is proven to work on a massive scale. So where does all this leave us? Well, we're at a really critical point. We are facing a defining moment and a really big choice about how these incredibly powerful forces are going to be governed as they continue to shape all of our futures. So, let's recap. We've got these global titans whose power is just outpacing our old rule books. But we've also seen this new toolkit of ideas that's being created to meet that challenge. Everything from self-regulation and sandboxes to entirely new ways of thinking about ownership itself. And that leaves us with one final and I think crucial question. There is absolutely no doubt that Big Fintech is shaping our world. It has the power to connect us or divide us, to include or to exclude. The real question for all of us is, who should be shaping Big Fintech?